UMass will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the air, it's Hauser. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw again. The quick out. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
The Minutemen offense heads onto the field for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated.
There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. UMass will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Hood. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll try to run for it. Breaks into the open. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UMass. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The UMass offense returns to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Hauser. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Got his man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Sets up the screen. Fighting off the defender. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. To move the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. He'll keep it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Using his legs to buy some time. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ezukama. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Hairston. They're setting up the screen. Fights off a defender. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Punch it out of the air. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. UMass will line up to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him, they're right back up.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by a field goal over Akron. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Minutemen needing just a few inches to convert on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. And here comes the punt team. Here's the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab, and there's room. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looking downfield, it's Hauser. He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's got it. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. He's got his man across the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half. Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Firing toward the end zone. Snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Ezukama. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He leaves it with his back. Nice move there. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Hairston. The throw to the outside is complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Boom. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Gray. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UMass. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught over the middle. It's Kelly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. Dropping back, it's Hairston. Here comes the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, the ground game. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun. Wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Sweet cut there. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running.
Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ezukama. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The UMass offense returns to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass, it's Hairston. Grab near the marker, it's Hood. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Snagged out of the air.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We'll start this 4th quarter as they line up for the field goal try. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to West Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Dropping back, it's Hauser. It's complete on the right side. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Steps away to find some room. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. UMass will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hairston. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Kelly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical. And
it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. All the way down to the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Flushed out of the pocket. This time he's got his man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. Going up top again. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it and get what you can.
Sneaks it into the end zone. They put a... Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another...